Bally Sports. Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Hold it, finds his man on the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
42 Spider.
They'll try the run. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Snap it to the back. Smashes through. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield.
And that pass intercepted. Taking it the other way. 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole, not good.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it.
South Carolina, 0.
Fair catch, called for and made. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Quarterback checking the play. To the air on first down. He uncorks one deep. And he's got it at the 25.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll line up for a second down play. Here's the handoff. Makes a man miss.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
The Gamecocks have pushed it inside the 20. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Comes out throwing on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, this quarterback is going to have to be precise with his timing and his accuracy. He's already thrown a pick. That one got swatted away, guys. We're only in the first quarter. These windows are tiny to throw into.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the run, still looking. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal.
Get set, get set. Terrier.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete out of the backfield. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Now, fourth down.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Caught in the backfield. It's Clay. At the 15, he's loose. Smashes through. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Flips it out to the back. Plows through the defense. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's going to run it. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
Bug meat windshield. Ouch. You cannot make a living as a quarterback taking those kind of hits. Nice job scrambling, getting the first down. Let's not do too many more of those.
Toss to the outside. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
At the 45-yard line. Second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we've played 1 quarter.
Kentucky 7, South Carolina 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback moving. He fires it out to the right. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Looking to the big tight end. And his throw is incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll give it to the back. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that 1st down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the 1st down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
He's got great speed. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards.
First and 10.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense setting them up.
And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Kentucky! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Georgia. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That's caught. It's Harmon. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start. Back here, 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. And they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. 1st down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That first quarter is one they'd love to forget, so find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated, get them the football, and let them go to work.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Gets it out fast. Open space at the 25. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. From the gun, looking for a man. Into the end zone. Grab near the marker. It's Harmon. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one in getting them back in the ballgame.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Line getting set on second down. Now the play fake. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. That's caught. It's Massey. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Man, it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
He's going to pass. And that one's incomplete.
It's second down.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. The give on the inside. Runs through a tackle. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Wildcats want to move quickly. This quarterback part of their running game. He breaks a tackle. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
One of the things I love about these misdirection type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
Going with the counter play here. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
They want to throw it. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his third receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
South Carolina, 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to throw, trying to get to it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they'll try to get it going in the right direction this time, second and long from the 19. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw here on second down. He's taking the shot. Reels it in down the left side. Off he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a one-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
South Carolina.
Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Leaves it with the running back. Shakes off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They'll run play action. Fires into the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Trying to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
They'll go to the ground. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Caught. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And the returner is stopped.
And the Kentucky offense will take over. First and 10.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Grab behind the line. It's Rodriguez. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on.
Nothing but green ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Takes the easy completion. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. He got it. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Jacksonville State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Gamecocks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Sam Houston. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop follow and get you the football back.
And I think here, too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep a...
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. First down here from the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Going over the top. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. He'll set up to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Touchdown Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line.
Will take over. First and 10.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Motion from the offense. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Second down coming up.
Okay, ready?
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Kentucky 31, South Carolina 21.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Get set, get set. Ready?
Right back to him on the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. A shot toward the end zone, and it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offensive's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to fire on second down. Looking to take a shot. Pulls it in inside the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Touchdown Gamecocks! And here they come almost all the way back. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10.
First and 10.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Afterburner's coming. He's at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Number 17.
And man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
38. South Carolina. 28.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. Offense set on first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Fast motion from the offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Clay. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking down the middle. Got his man. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Kentucky. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
This quarterback is such a weapon on these design QB runs. He's not trying to just go get first downs. This guy's a threat to take it the distance, and man, he did it right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
Kentucky 45, South Carolina 28.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Kick it away.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him go.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback.
He's loose. Puts him in the spinner, still running. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
It's not fun playing defense. I got to cover these fast wide receivers all over the field. You're going to run tempo. You're going to spread me out. You're going to do all this stuff to me. And then it doesn't work, and you call a pass play, and then it turns into that because your quarterback's so special. This just isn't fair.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Wildcats. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in week.